What is going on, my beautiful people of YouTube? This is MK the Truth, DLDBENT. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a small pod to step to. I know some of you young cats ain't gonna get that, but I'm here today because I know a lot of you have been requesting, hey MK, you don't do the small pods no more. What you doing? We used to rock out with the small pods and the lives and the things like that. I hear you. But I'm also a busy man. But anyway, today what I wanted to talk about, I got a little small pod for us, and all my small pods are, if you guys are new to the channel, all my small pods are no cuts, no edits, raw. Don't get me canceled in the first minute of the video. But what I wanted to talk about today was how I've been feeling lately about sneakers as a whole. Now, this could be a little bit tied to me getting so many sneakers, and I've thought about that as well, but not really. And what am I talking about? I'm just talking about the sneakers that are releasing, like us getting the same sneakers over and over. Basically, what I wanted to ask you, are you tired of sneakers? Are you kind of like pulling back from sneakers just like me? Now, like I said, that could be tied to me doing so many of the same shoes and then so many shoes all together, and that could be going into my overall thought process of a little bit of sneaker fatigue. Let's call it sneaker fatigue. I don't necessarily think that it is. I think it's mostly due to me seeing the same crap from Jordan brand over and over. The same ones, the same twos, the same threes, well not twos, threes, fours, flip a color here, flip a color there, change the material there. Now I know sneakers have just been just that over the last 10, 12 years or what have you, but it's just coming to a point where I think I need a bit more competition to bring out a little bit more in the sneaker game. Now I still love sneakers. I do still love me some shoes, but I just think at this point it's just, since Nike is kind of riding by themselves and we lost Kanye for a bit. I know Kanye isn't completely gone. I know he's back in a little bit more, but I don't think we're going to be getting like fresh designs from Adidas and Kanye, which was a beautiful thing for sneaker culture, because when you got somebody who's designing fresh, new, innovative sneakers like Kanye did, it makes these fools, aka Nike, step up their game and make newer things, just like they went and grabbed Virgil because they were about to get their ass kicked by Kanye. Now we do have Virgil coming into the game, but Virgil, he's more on like a militaristic type of thing and boot. I don't know if that's really going to pan out with Adidas. Now I know a lot of y'all like the newer Adidas that you guys have seen. Me, I'm not really on board with that yet, but I think it is good for, I guess, the sneaker culture or the sneaker game that we have Jerry Lorenzo and Adidas. Still really haven't seen a lot of things yet, but hopefully they bring some new fresh ideas to the game, whereas we can have Nike step up their game with sneakers, because I feel like at this point, well this year at least, sneakers have just been kind of lackluster and boring, man. We do have some good ones like the Bordeaux 5s or the Burgundy 5s. Incredible, beautiful sneaker. One of my favorites this year, of course, the SB, but the Ramelzi Dunk. Yes, it does remind me of a Paris Dunk. Don't cry. I said me, not you. It reminds me of a Paris Dunk. Beautiful dunk. I'm talking about the low black ones. The high white ones are good too, but I like the low black ones. I don't think there's really anything else I'm looking forward to. The black and brown Jordan ones are pretty good as well, but I don't think it's a lot of stuff. I don't even click notify on the app anymore, and that could be tied to pretty much what I do. If you guys are new to the channel, you know what I do on this channel. I get a lot of things, and those things are so good I don't really have to click notify on the sneakers app. But even still, with me getting stuff, I just be like, it's just another color of a Jordan 1, Jordan 4. It's a little bit of a fatigue at this point. I need somebody to come in, pause, and bring some fresh new design ideas so we can get some things going. I'm tired of the same 80s and obsolete tech and obsolete sneaker that we had from 20, 30 years ago. Just keep making a roundabout. Now, let's talk about Meek Mill for a second. So, a lot of you have gotten in my comment section, as you always do when you want me to talk about something. You were telling me about the Meek Mill situation. Now, I had already seen it, but I'm a little bit late to this topic. Not really, just a little bit. I'm late to talking about it. Meek Mill was at a sneaker convention, a sneaker show, or what was it, like a sneaker con or something like that. And me personally, if y'all are still out here paying this much money for shoes, if you don't know what I do, check me out. Try to get you guys the best deals possible, rather than blowing your money on something as abundant. Let's say that. Blowing your money on something as abundant as sneakers. Check me out. But basically, Meek Mill went to a sneaker con, or was at a sneaker con, some sort of sneaker convention, and he was trying to purchase a pair of the SB skateboard Jordan 4s. Beautiful sneaker, one of my favorite sneakers this year. And I guess he was kind of going back and forth with the seller, the person who owned the space, the setup, or what have you. And the price was $500. And Meek Mill says, "You're gonna charge me $500 when I can go get these for $300 right now." Stop right there for a second. Meek Mill then proceeds to say, "I'm gonna go ahead and give you the $500, but next time, remember, you want to give me a deal because I can bring you advertisement, so forth and so on." Stop again. You already screwed up. If you got cameras around you, you're a celebrity, you're Meek Mill. If it's not your cameraman, but these are other cameras, so forth and so on, you already done brought that man advertising. His name is already out there now, no matter if nobody wants to buy from him or not. But there are all business, good or bad, it's some sort of business for the person, whether he's charging a lot, whether he's charging low. It's always some sort of business, whether people like it, you like it, or not. All business is good business. So basically, like I said, he said, "I can go get this shoe for $300, but says, I'm going to pay for it anyway. Give you the $500, but I can go get this shoe for $300. Did that register to anybody? Like, did you really need that shoe that bad that you paid $500 for it right there? Was that shoe going to make you levitate out the door that you needed to pay $500 rather than wherever you knew to get that shoe for $300? Meek. Oh boy. I swear to man, my man don't really think about things before he said, man. He's a cool dude though, but whew, that's why I was sitting looking at the video like, you can get that shoe for $300. First of all, where can you get that shoe for $300? Number two, what's the store name? Let me know, because I go get another pair right now. But he proceeds to pay for it, and the whole thing just didn't make any sense to me. So he went to another boutique or a stand, and I guess he did the same, play on words or mind fuckery, and got the guys to give him some sneakers for the low, some cheaper sneakers, some coveted sneakers for a little bit cheaper than what the other guy was offering to him, which is a cool thing. But when you're a celebrity, and I hate to say this, I really do hate to say this, because in sneakers, I think everything should be fair. Everybody's always trying to upcharge, and I told this the story in a reel. I'll occasionally go to sneaker shops. I see a lot of them are closing down. I don't want that. I'm tired of the people just taking advantage of people. I occasionally go to sneaker shops, and I always see higher price points than market value, like 60 to 80 to sometimes 100 and 125 over what a sneaker goes for. And I always ask them or tell them, like, hey, you know that shoe's going for like 100 less than what you're trying to charge. And you know what their answer always is? Well, if you get the shoe shipped to you, that's how much it's going to cost. But motherfucker, you ain't shipping me anything. So why am I paying a shipping price if I were to get this shoe shipped? So why don't you take into account me driving however many miles I just drove up here and give me the shoe for what it's priced at? But anyway, like I said, I tell them that all the time, and they always give me that same answer. If you were to get this shipped, blah, blah, blah. They also go as far to say, I got to cover my overhead, the light bill, the water bill, my son's shirts, my son's shoes, the water on his back to wash him, his washcloths, his toothbrush, blah, 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 blah. So I hit him with this. If I bring my shoes up here to sell to you, will you give them to me? Will you buy them from me for that price you're charging people? Oh, no, I can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Sneaker game is a funny place. That is why I do not engage in any sneaker cons. For one, it's goofy to me. If you like that sort of thing, rock out. It's corny to me, and they're always trying to take advantage of people. Now, I know some people do give deals at the sneaker cons and things like that, but me as a whole, it ain't my thing, partner, and it never will be my thing. I think I went. No, I've never been to a sneaker con. I wanted to go one time back in, I think it was like 2010. Yeah, I was while I was in New York, and I didn't get a chance to go. I think I got there too late. So, and then after that, I just never really cared. I started getting into the reviewing sneakers and stuff like that, and it's just always been corny to me. But if you like that sort of thing, rock out. But anyway, this whole Meek Mill situation, he really didn't give any lesson. He bought a shoe that he could have gotten for $300, which made no sense to me. Then he got other people to give him sneakers at a lower price point, which is kind of a win. But the whole thing just really didn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I am going to try to start bringing my pods back. I am a busy man, people. I am a extremely busy man. I know I do a lot of reviews. Those things are kind of easy because it's almost the same shoes over and over again. I'm putting a cap on that too, but I will be trying to bring more of the small pods back. The reason why I stopped is because I seen people trying to jump into the small pod lane with the sneakers and all that. It's good to be a leader, and I'm not saying I started this like wholeheartedly, but I seen people still do to this day. They use my wordage, certain key tags and things like that. And I don't really care about it, but I see it, and it just kind of makes me reel back a little bit. But it is what it is, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this small pod down below. This is MK the Truth, DODBNT. Hey, man, I love y'all. I'm about it.